There are funny things that happen in Super Mario 3D World when you make the bosses upside down, so I wanted to show you what would happen if you also made the bosses in Bowser's Fury upside down. At the start of the game, we head onto the ship, lightning strikes, and Bowser roars. Bowser tilts his head back, and even though his head is facing towards the ground, he shoots fireballs that go into the sky. It's a bit strange to see a floating, upside-down Bowser staring at us, and it's definitely less intimidating to see an upside-down Bowser than the normal Bowser staring you down, just because of how out of place this looks. Bowser gets ready to blast fire at Mario, so Mario ducks down and tries to avoid the fire by staying low and staying safe. Mario makes his way up to the cat shine and collects the first cat shine of the game. The lighthouse lights up just like normal, and I was surprised to see that during this cutscene, Bowser is right side up, and when he starts to sink into the goop, which is missing, you can still see the top spikes of his shell sticking out. I took all of the bosses at Clawsipe Colosseum, flipped them upside down, and raised them up a bit so that they wouldn't be sunk in the ground. But when I loaded up the actual game, Cat Boom Boom appeared to be raised up, but not flipped upside down. There are some enemies like this, where if you flip them upside down, they still show up upright. Cat Boom Boom started spinning towards me, and I wasn't able to move yet because a second Cat Boom Boom appeared. I take some damage, but I still can't move Mario, and at the last moment, I notice that there's an upside down Pom Pom. So it looks like I'm facing all three of these bosses at once. The way the game handles which boss appears here is based on which cat shine scenario you have active, and in this mod that I made, all of the bosses ended up being active. I defeated the first Pom Pom, and a bunch of coins appear, and a cat shine spawns. I thought I'd ignore the cat shine for now and keep fighting. I defeat one of the Boom Booms, more coins spawn, and a second cat shine appears slightly above the first one. After defeating the final Boom Boom, a third cat shine appears, and this cat shine overlaps the first one. I wanted to jump into the cat shine to see what would happen. I get the top one, final bout with Cat Boom Boom, and my game crashed. Sometimes when you raise something up and flip it upside down, it just shows up as raised up but not upside down, like this cat. This cat is so sad that it can't reach the ground. Since the cat couldn't reach the ground, I brought the ground to the cat. Isn't that much better? I thought a funny way to troll someone might be to send them this picture and ask them how they got the kitten back to the mama cat that's all the way up there. I tried various strategies to return the kitten to the big cat, but it looks like the big cat was too high up. I tried adding another step to see if this could help, but the mother kitten still wasn't seeing the little cat. I actually got the little kitten onto the same platform and made it bump into the big cat, but she still didn't notice it. The mother cat is thinking, oh no, where's my poor little kitten? It's literally right behind you. I thought the cat being on the other side of this small island earlier was pretty close, but you can literally hear the kitten meowing right next to you. The little kitten is looking very confused at why the mother is so worried right now. When you get close to the big cat, you can see a 0 out of 1 bubble pop out. I was wondering what would happen if we grabbed the little kitten from here, so I tried to very carefully make my way around the block and grab the kitten without falling off. So Mario grabs the kitten, and it started walking through Mario, and I was thinking the game would be stuck like this forever because I had no control of Mario. And then the camera started zooming down slowly, and the cat fell onto the floor. I burst out laughing when I saw that. It walked for a moment, then it stopped, and finally, Mario got the cat shine. Finally, everyone was happy. Those of you who have watched my past videos already know that Shadow Luigi can be kind of weird sometimes. We've had Shadow Luigi show up as just a pair of legs before, and we've also had a shrunken down Shadow Luigi. But despite that, flipping Shadow Luigi upside down in Spotlight didn't make him upside down. Some people in the comments were asking me if you could edit Shadow Luigi's path, and yes, here's Shadow Luigi running side to side, as if he's in a rush and he doesn't know where he put his keys. Meanwhile, a concerned Mario and Bowser Jr. watch from the side. And a fun fact that I shared in a past video is that if you remove the cutscene for Shadow Luigi appearing, then you take damage by walking into the spiky goop ball. Even though Shadow Luigi didn't appear upside down, there are some interesting things that you could see when you swap Shadow Luigi's files with other characters and objects, and I think that might be worth making an entire video about. I made some stuff upside down at Slipskate Slope, and oh my goodness, there is a Goomba flying away in the background. Look at it heading up there, where is it going? And what's that in the pond? There are normally Goombas floating in here, but what's this? Oh no! It looks like somebody forgot to feed the Goombas. But as you get closer, you can see that the Goombas are actually okay. This is just a different variation of stealing Goombas that we have seen in a past video where we made enemies upside down from Super Mario 3D World. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. You could let me know in a comment what comes to your mind when you see this picture. And it's interesting to note that even when dash panels are upside down, they're still able to work fine for Mario here. I wanted to add a few Prince Bullies that were at weird angles, so I went to Clawsipe Colosseum and I replaced all of the bosses here with Prince Bully, and I also added one extra Prince Bully. When you start up the game, the Prince Bully music is playing, and you can see inside the Colosseum that there's already a Prince Bully heading towards you, and then he runs into the water, and you can't see him anymore. But you can still hear him attacking, he's not giving up yet. I wanted to go check on the rest of the bosses that are now in here, which should now be Prince Bully. And here's what happens when we step onto this platform. We have a Prince Bully fly up to this platform who's upside down, and we see it from a weird camera angle. A second Prince Bully also flies up upside down from another weird camera angle while the first Prince Bully is running towards us, and then a hovering sideways Boom Boom appears. This shouldn't be Boom Boom, this should be Prince Bully. All of the enemies start charging into Mario, and the spinning arms on Boom Boom are hilarious. They're spinning on the wrong axis because of the rotation. He pops into his shell, and that looks normal, but when he pops out of his shell, the other two shells that appear are at the wrong angle, again, because of the rotation. When we take out this Boom Boom, we make a Catshine spawn, and getting this Catshine works just like before. Here's what the upside down Bowser shell looks like when you're in Lake Lapcat, and I really like the way that this turned out. One thing that I really like about this is that as time goes by, you go deeper and deeper into the lake rather than coming up out of the lake. Usually, when you flip an enemy upside down, you also have to raise them up, because if you flip an enemy but you don't raise them up, like this Bowser here, then they just end up below the goop, and he shoots fire out at you from down there. But you're pretty safe here because the fire can't reach you from down there. This Bowser here is another enemy that appears right side up when you flip them in Spotlight, so he was just raised up in the air. And you can see this Bowser jumping from spot to spot, even though he's floating in the air the entire time. How do you jump when you're in the air? During the fight, I made Bowser giant just to make sure that my edits were working, and Bowser showed up giant but not upside down. At first, I was thinking that nothing different would happen, but then this happened during the cutscene after Bowser exploded. Bowser Jr. was floating in his clown car sideways. Then he flew down towards some island. I'm not sure why he's going there, what he wants to get a closer look at. And suddenly, he flies back away. The camera rotates, Bowser Jr. is going wild, he is completely lost. And then the camera dramatically zooms in on these rocks here. Look at these rocks! It is very important that the camera is focusing on these rocks right here. And then, you see 3 large cat bells going towards these rocks. Isn't Bowser normally supposed to use those in this cutscene? Well, there's no Bowser that we can see with the current camera angle. And then, when the final phase starts, Bowser is up there. Good luck trying to hit that with Plessie. Plessie cannot jump that high. You can't defeat this Bowser when he's up there. I tried adjusting these angles so that Bowser would appear lower, and this time we have Bowser Jr. at another strange angle, and he flies up into the sky and gets pushed down suddenly. And now, instead of zooming in dramatically on a rock, we focus on the sky, and then the sky itself gets angry at Mario. If you are interested in seeing more of what is possible in games through both regular gameplay and hacking, in this video there's obviously a lot of hacking, you might enjoy some of my other videos. A big thank you to my Patreon supporters for supporting my content creation, and a big thank you to you for watching this video. Hoping that you all have a fantastic day ahead of you, and take care everybody.